Hello, my name is Bijal Patel. I'm a partner and senior wealth manager at Burney Wealth Management. Today, I'm joined by Andy Pratt, who's also a partner and director of investment strategy. This is Byte Size Retirement, where we take common retirement planning topics and break them down into bite-sized 5-minute pieces. These videos are not investment or tax advice, but hopefully help remove some of the mystery and provide a solid foundation to plan off of. Remember, while we might be explaining these topics in 5 minutes, don't take 5 minutes to make any of these important decisions. Today, we're going to be talking about returns of a portfolio. Some questions that we've gotten in the past is, what is the difference between income investing and the total return of my portfolio itself? Andy, with that being said, do you want to just talk a little bit about how one can measure the returns of their portfolio?
Yeah, definitely. So with any investment, there's really two main sources of returns. The first one is how much the asset increases or decreases. That might be called the price return. And then there's also the amount of cash that is paid in the form of dividends or coupons, depending on the type of investment you're investing in. So when you get to the total return of a portfolio, the best practice is to add how much the assets actually rose or fell with the cash distributions that came into your account. So with that distinction, Bijal, should these return streams be viewed separately?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think many people like to think them in two different departments. One is the income that I've collected versus the growth of my portfolio. And they do like to think of them as two different things. But in reality, what I would say, what you should consider is, what are the cash payments that are needed for you to have the retirement lifestyle that you're looking for? But at the end of the day, really you should look at them as one total number. This is a reason why just looking for income only has become a problem, or can become a problem moving forward. And do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, exactly. It's been harder and harder to find income given where bond rates are right now, and companies are paying fewer dividends than they were before. But the couple of things, there's really a few reasons why focusing on income instead of total return is problematic. And the first one is it can lead to under diversification of your portfolio. So if we're thinking of stocks as an example here, there's plenty of companies out there that don't pay dividends. They tend to be in growth sectors like technology. So the question I'd have is, should companies like Amazon, Google, Tesla, some of the biggest companies in the world, really be excluded from consideration in your investments just because they don't pay a dividend? And the other thing here is, when you do receive a dividend, they are taxed twice if you think about it. For one, a company is taxed at the corporate level when they generate earnings, and then an investor is taxed when they receive the dividends as well. And so, the investor, you have no control over the timing of those dividends. So you have no control over when you're taking that taxable event. And then the third reason why is companies these days are prioritizing share buybacks over dividends. So a share buyback mathematically is exactly the same thing. It's a dividend. It provides the exact same benefit to shareholders as a dividend. But the key benefit is it allows the investor to choose when they want to take that taxable event. It doesn't force them to take the cash as a dividend, and it gives them the option. So, I think that is, those are the reasons why, taking a total return approach are advantageous over just reaching for yield. But Bijal, so I've got some, what do you think investors should be asking themselves when it comes to income in their portfolio?
Yeah, that's a great question, Andy. I think first and foremost is, are you drawing money from your portfolio? Right? Do you need the income itself? We find more and more, some of our clients will say they actually don't need the income. So by having this mandate, you might be restricting your portfolio. It might be becoming a little too conservative for what you're looking for. If the answer is yes, then look at it in a way of, let's generate some income from your portfolio, but also let's take a look at the total return. Let's look at the overall growth of the portfolio over time to achieve both your short-term and long-term goals. With that being said, I would tell you that we've covered our topic today in less than 5 minutes. So please don't make any harsh investment decisions within 5 minutes, but use our team as a resource. And as always, a good life doesn't plan itself. Take care.